Well, after we validate and investigate something, there's only one thing left to do. Revalidate. If something stands up to the rigors of digital forensics and scientific testing, it's getting pretty close to being worthy of a slot on That's Not Fake. But before we put our stamp of not fakeness on anything, we need to make sure it can be replicated. This last step involves a field test where we ask our subject to perform their amazing feat one more time in front of one of the toughest judges we know, Colonel Mike Parker. Mike, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Mike, tell us why we need this last step of revalidation.
Martin Mull, almost anybody can do almost anything if they only have to do it once, and in the safety of their home. Human beings act differently when they're staring at the end of a gun barrel or being held underwater for several hours. There are some things that can't be truly tested by computers or cameras or test tubes because ultimately they don't account for the fragility of a human being under extreme pressure. See, when you pit the desire to perform against the harsh judgment of a live audience or a wife who doesn't believe in you, things can fall apart. As a military and police admirer, owner of a military fitness camp, and field commander of a 5-vehicle security fleet at one of the nation's most dangerous malls, I see myself as a pretty good judge of human weakness and strength.
How do you think I would hold up under pressure, Mike?
I'm going to decline to answer that, Martin Mull.
Well, the answer is pretty darn well, I think. At any rate, let's talk about how your process works. Let's say there's a video proven to be real by our forensic team and thoroughly tested in our lab. How exactly do you take that a step further?
Yeah, I'll give you a very specific and tragic example, Martin Mull. See, we were recently given a video of a squirrel who'd been trained to catch a 9mm bullet with his tiny paws. Now, there was no digital funny business with the video. It was valid. As far as we can tell, the squirrel did indeed catch 3 consecutive rounds fired at him from a stationary location at 30 yards. Dr. Nan confirmed that the lightning-fast metabolism and paw speed of a squirrel made the feat scientifically possible. I can assure you, Martin Mull, you did not want that squirrel or its big-mouthed owner on your show. Of the 100 rounds I fired at that squirrel, he only caught the first 2. Crisis averted. Yeah, that little mammal and his owner were fully fake, and they will not bother us again.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mike. I think I get the point.
Thank you, Martin Mull.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, the last step in the true gauntlet of challenges that each video must go through before we'll accept it on our show. It's validate, investigate, revalidate. If anything gets by that process, it should make us all say, that's not fake. Thanks again, Mike.